Asset recovery, 20 questions with Glenn Matthews. In the complex world of high-value finance and secured lending, asset recovery is often misunderstood. With over 30 years of experience, Glenn provides a transparent look at how professional recovery actually works. Is it purely about repossession? Is it a legal last resort? To clear the air, we sat down with Glenn Matthews, Operations Director at Towerhall Solutions, to get the direct answers to the most frequently asked questions in the industry. The fundamentals 1. What is the actual meaning of asset recovery? Glenn, asset recovery is the professional process by which a specialist firm, acting on behalf of a client, recovers physical assets that were previously secured against a loan or financial agreement. 2. What does asset recovery achieve for the parties involved? Glenn, it's a dual benefit. For the client, it reduces the outstanding liability on a debt. For the debtor, while it may feel difficult at the time, it actually assists them by reducing their overall indebtedness through the value of the reclaimed asset. 3. What does it truly mean to recover an asset? Glenn, it means to legally reclaim assets that a client holds the title to, stemming from a previous loan agreement or formal ownership document. 4. What are some real-world examples of these assets? Glenn, we aren't talking about digital funds here. We deal with tangible goods, motor vehicles, vans, bikes, caravans, farming equipment, and office machinery. 5. Are there different types of recovery? Glenn, it's important to clarify what we don't do. This isn't about seizing embezzled money or proceeds of crime. This is strictly about assets secured against a loan. The process and timeline. 6. What would normally be the first step in the recovery process? Glenn, documentation is king. The agreement must be formally terminated, and the client must have a clear legal right to the asset before we move. 7. How does Towerhall approach this type of work? Glenn, we start with intelligence. We look to locate both the debtor and the asset. Whenever possible, we aim for an agreed recovery. This is a softer approach that makes the outcome, and the potential costs, much lower for the debtor. 8. What are the 3 main steps in a successful recovery? Glenn, identify the asset, pinpoint its location, and reclaim it for onward sale. 9. How long does the process typically take? Glenn, we aim for results quickly. The first phase is usually within 30 days. If the case is more complex and moves to a second phase, it generally requires a 60-day period. 10. Do different assets require different approaches? Glenn, absolutely. The size, weight, movability, and whether it has a formal registration, like a VRM for a car, all dictate the strategy we use. Legal and logistics. 11. Can recovery agents visit a debtor's home? Glenn, yes. Provided the agent has the correct letter of authority, LOA, and the formal termination documents, they are legally entitled to visit a debtor's home address. 12. Is there a specific time limit for asset recovery? Glenn, no. As long as the debt is not statute barred, a client can look to recover the asset. 13. Who ultimately pays for the recovery process? Glenn, the costs for recovery activity can be levied against the debtor's outstanding balance. 14. Do banks actually need these services? Glenn, frequently. Many banks and Tier 1 lenders with secured loan portfolios rely on specialist recovery services to manage their risk. Expectations and reality. 15. How hard is it to recover from a debtor? Glenn, success depends on a few variables: the age of the debt, the type of asset, its current location, and, critically, the willingness of the debtor to cooperate. 16. How early should a business begin the process? Glenn, speed is vital. Once you have exhausted all reasonable attempts to resolve the matter amicably, you should act quickly to avoid asset depreciation or the asset disappearing. 17. What is a day in the life of an asset recovery agent like? Glenn, it's about precision planning. An agent receives their cases, plans a route within permitted driving hours, and looks to successfully recover and place assets in secure storage the same day. 18. Are there stages of confiscation and return? Glenn, in our sector, it's less about confiscation and more about legal reclamation. Once recovered, the asset is typically prepared for sale to offset the debt. 19. What people look out for regarding fake recovery companies? Glenn, be very wary of companies that promise to recover funds for an upfront fee and then provide no help. 20. How else can you spot a rogue agent? Glenn, a fake company or agent will often lack the necessary paperwork from the client when they attend a property. Professionalism and documentation are the hallmarks of a legitimate operation. Need specialist assistance with asset recovery? Towerhall Solutions combines human intelligence with decades of experience to deliver a 90% plus success rate. Contact our team today to discuss how we can help you protect your bottom line. Give us a call or fill in the inquiry form on the Towerhall website. We would love to hear from you.